guys, it's Jerry, and this is going to be a VR for the punkybruiser, and I think I'll call it something along the lines of sort of judging newbies or something like that. I addressed some of this in my advice for new witches on the collab channel on Witches of the Moon, so if you guys haven't seen that, go have a look at that. And I wanted to make this video for the punkybruiser and to talk a little bit about some of the things that happen with sort of discouraging people who are new and sort of judging people who are new, and then the flip side of it, which is when people come to you for advice and obviously they've then come to you for advice and then behave perhaps in a way which is a bit odd. So I'm going to start off by saying, first and foremost, the lovely little punkybruiser has the best attitude I've seen towards being a beginner in a long, long time. I think she's going a long way, and she's going to be an amazing witch because she addresses herself in such a way where she's like, there are things I don't know. I'm happy to admit there are things that I don't know, and I want to learn and I want to experience. And she's so open to learning, but at the same time not being full of it, you know, when she's learning things, and taking her time and taking things in her stride. And I think that's a really healthy way to approach being a newbie. And, you know, I've had experiences with people who are new and they come to me for advice, and then the next week they're claiming it's all their own idea and they know everything, and you know, sort of trying to tell me what I already know. I've had that happen, and I was but people like the punkybruiser give me hope for the future of witches, because it's like honest and frank and wanting to know and being excited about learning and wanting to embrace the path in such a way which is positive and healthy, in my opinion. This is all my own opinion, so I have seen it happen before, and probably will see it happen again, where people who are further along the path sort of try and put newbies off, like, and it's like to do with their own ego, to do with their own power. Like, if I know more than you, if I'm further along than you, then you're going to still look up to me and come to me for advice, or think that I'm better and maintain some sort of power balance. I've seen that happen quite a few times, and the downside of this is, of course, that it puts people off. It's like, what's all this politics and nonsense going on, and why are you trying to make me feel like I'm an idiot? You know, that has happened, and I've been in situations where people try to sort of ignore what I know and react like I don't know what I'm talking about. I have people who think I'm younger than I am, and they treat me like an idiot. And like, I can give you a good experience of me and my sister. Me and my sister went into a pagan shop a year ago, 2 years ago, and the woman was like, "Oh, are you new? Are you new to all of this?" And I was like, I could feel my sister getting annoyed because she's been in it as long as I have. Would you like a beginner's tarot set? It's for the very inexperienced. And I was like, we're alright, thank you. Herb, spell candle, things to do what I needed. And it can come across as being patronising, people who are like that to you. I mean, they've got, I guess in a shop environment it might be safer to assume they don't know what they're doing, although I've been in a shop the other week and the guy was like, "Oh, do you make your own stuff?" And I was like, yeah. And because he asked me, I could tell him, rather than people being like, "Oh yeah, you're totally new and don't know what you're doing." I get that now, so don't worry about that, because I get it now, and I've been doing this a while. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter how long you've been doing it. It matters how you address it, how you walk it. You know, you can have been doing this your entire life, and if you're not taking it seriously, if you're not actually walking the path, if you're just saying you are, it's a whole different ballgame to being quite dedicated and having just a few years experience, but being, you know, excited to learn and keep up your learning and to live it as well as study. I've said myself that, I studied for many, many years because that was right for me before I actively practiced. It's not how everybody would do it, certainly not. And would I advise everybody to do it that way? No. I mean, I don't know how much people have read. I don't know how much people have sort of lightly read around the subject. I don't know how much people have need before they feel comfortable into engaging in things. I mentioned in my collab video this week that I bought a spell kit quite early on just to see how other people would do it. And, some people might have frowned on that. Oh, why are you buying a spell kit that early? And some people might frown upon the fact that I bought one at all. But I wanted to see how someone else did it. And to be honest, I was disappointed with the spell kit, and I've never ever bought one since. No, I haven't. I like to do things my own way and figure it out for myself. And someone telling me that I should do something a certain way, or I should do spell work that way, it would irritate me. And I think this is largely why I am mostly solitary. It's not that I couldn't interact with groups. I think I like things in a very particular way. I do my spell work in a particular way. I don't want to be told I'm doing it wrong because it is mine. It's my path. punkybruiser addressed this, gut reaction and your own path. That's what paganism is supposed to be all about. It's not supposed to be people with a book telling you what's right and wrong and this and you must do it this way, because it's supposed to be your own personal learning process. As long as you are respecting the process, leave other people to their process. I mean, if people come to you for advice, it kind of changes a bit, because then you can offer your opinion, and you have to be careful offering your opinion, because I've had my opinion used against me, I've had my opinion twisted, I've had all sorts of nonsense from the other side, so I understand the other side as well. When people come to you and they want your advice, and what they really want is your time, effort, energy and ideas, and just take them. I've had that happen to me quite a bit. And this is another reason why I think the punkybruiser is so amazing, is because she's taking on forward information from people, but she's forging her own path, and that is the hallmark of truly starting to follow this path. Is it's mine. You can't tell me it's wrong. It's mine, and it might not be right for you, but it's right for me. So I don't think I can go into this any more in depth. I'm trying to think if I haven't covered anything. But I just wanted to make a short little sort of BR to her, to just, you're doing the right thing. You're embracing it in your way. You're taking your time. You're digesting your knowledge. You're following your intuition about what you want to learn. You're not following a strict structure. And that's not what witchcraft is about. You don't get people going, you must do this, and in this order, because that's not how witches work. There are programs out there where you can learn that way if that helps you. Wicca is a bit more structured for those people who need it, but it's embracing what was right for you, and that for the solitary path especially, even if you have one or two sort of mentors or teachers or things, embrace what is right for you. And that's the best I can say on that subject. So I hope that was helpful. I hope, it's just a few things that I wanted to say. It's not in depth perhaps, but I just wanted to show some support. So love you, Punky, and many blessings.